Don't be fooled by some of the content that you see on social media. Running a marathon is one of the hardest physical and mental challenges that you can ever endure. I've done it twice and I'm doing a third one in December. However, the only caveat is I'm not a professional runner. I'm very much an average runner and I have to work a 9 to 5, and the chances are you do too. But running is a massive part of my life. I'm going to show you how you can make it part of yours, and why working a 9 to 5 isn't an excuse to slack.
Hopefully this video is going to be a bit more down to earth and a bit more of a realistic expectation of what it's like to run a marathon. Don't be twisted, seeing all the people on social media running them, thinking that it's really easy, everybody's doing them. Oh, running a marathon's got to be like a walk in the park. It's not. It's 26 miles. 26 miles is a long way. And hopefully this video, as I mentioned, is going to bring you a bit down to earth and set the expectations right. I did my first marathon in 3:52, second one in 3:28, and the third one I want to try and run something sub 3:10. That's the goal. So that's training for the next 10 weeks. Because we can't all make running our full-time jobs. As much as we'd love to be able to do that, the performances don't warrant cancelling my 9 to 5 or trying to take this solo and earn money from this, because quite frankly that's stupid. So I'm going to show you how I balance everything in my day, working 9 to 5, the meals that I eat, and balance with marathon training. I'm also doing a couple of other things. So I'm going to head to the gym at lunch, and then after work heading out for quite a long run, a medium midweek long run as I like to call it in my marathon prep. So I'm going to bring you with me, show you everything that I eat, because you need to be able to fuel yourself properly for these sessions. If you're not fueling properly, you're going to get injured. I swear I see so many people running online or on my Instagram and they're injured, pulling up injured, can't do the things they want to be doing, they're tired. It's because you're not fueling yourself properly. You aren't eating enough. If you're running a marathon and you're training for a marathon, you're burning over 2,000 calories a day probably just by running. Especially if you're running every day or every other day, you need to fuel yourself, you need to recover, you need to have adequate protein. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing that, because that is such a major part and it's a major key that a load of people miss out, and that's something that I think I can definitely provide a bit of value in, even if it's not running really fast and telling dead jokes. So yeah, it's coming up to 9 o'clock. I'm going to log on for work. I'll show you what I'm going to have for breakfast, because I'm heading to the gym at lunch, as I mentioned, and then out for a run later. And I'll probably bring you with me for a bit of Friday as well, just to show you how this is a sustainable way to live and it's not just beyond a day. So yeah, 9 to 5, running a marathon. I'm going to show you how it's done. See you in about an hour and a half for breakfast. On the camera when I need to eat my breakfast before I head to the gym. I'm going to show you what I'm having. 2.5 bits of sourdough. You have to give the end bit of the loaf some love sometimes, with some Marmite. I was at the end of the Marmite jar, hence the shoddy amount of Marmite, but then some Greek yogurt and some berries as well. Healthy whole foods. There's a big fight on the, I don't know if anyone else is just getting the UPF stuff from like Joe Wicks and that lot, as if it's like revolutionary that you shouldn't be eating stuff that you don't know. Like if you look at the ingredients, you think, I don't know what that is, should I be eating that? Then, you know, but it's all in moderation as well. Some food like that you have to eat. And enough rambling about UPF, I don't even know, I'm taking myself off on a tangent. But the good thing about this stuff is you can eat this at the desk if you're working from home like me today, or if you have to go out, if you want to have your breakfast before you head to work, then this takes 5 minutes or as long as it takes to have your toast toasted. So super easy, healthy whole foods. Going to eat this and then head to the gym. And the stuff that I'm doing in the gym is complementing my marathon training. There's no point training like a bodybuilder if you want to be a marathon runner, and there's no point training like a marathon runner if you want to be a bodybuilder. So the stuff that I'm doing in the gym is definitely complementing my marathon work. I'll talk a bit more about that later on, and how you should utilise it too, because that's another big thing. People that run are getting injured because they're not doing the strength work in the gym. So you need to be doing strength training in the gym. If you're seeing this video and you want to run a marathon, you take 2 things from it. Hopefully it is fuel your sessions properly and go to the gym, do your strength work, because if you do both of those, you're going to mitigate injuries and you're going to be absolutely fine. Touch wood. Anyway, enough yap. I'm going to eat this, get back to work. So fine, look at my breakfast because I'm getting hungry. See you later.
Hello, made it to the gym. This is going to be slightly controversial to what I said in the last clip, but training like a bodybuilder obviously isn't going to help you with your marathon distance or training, whatever, but strength training is pretty important. I'm going to hit upper body today. I've got lower the next day, tomorrow, funnily enough, tomorrow is the next day. I'm going to hit upper body, show you what I'm going to do. Sometimes lifting weights is just fun and you've got to do things that you enjoy. Keep running at the forefront of your mind, but it doesn't have to take over your life, as this gym session will show. So go and do a bit of stretching, light warming up to close out as well, because distance is going up in the next few weeks, hitting north of 75 and 80k. You've got to look after your body. So yeah, I'm going to get into the gym now. Hopefully insert some footage of me lifting some tin. Rookie error made in the gym. Recorded my clips in portrait mode on my phone rather than landscape, so I'm going to overlay that while I talk to you about my lunch, which is not going to win any awards, and it's probably going to put everybody off this video, but you're going to have to trust me, keeping it real on the channel, real updates. Not much going in the house for lunch. Sort of struggling a little bit, so, you know, here's what we're putting up with. Is some udon noodles, bean sprouts and chicken, which is going to get the job done.
but it doesn't provide me with much micronutrients, so I'm gonna have to make up for that later on. Eat some more fruit and veg. Had some fruit at breakfast, so I guess that counts, but definitely need to make up on the vegetable front. I'll do that later afternoon. We'll be fine. It's gonna be fine, guys, don't worry. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this at the desk, crack on work for the afternoon, and then head out for a nice midweek long run. Later on, it's Thursday. My mileage is getting pretty high this week. I've already banked 25k this week, maybe a little bit more, just under 25k. Then I'll put it on the screen, just under 25k. For Copenhagen, I was running 75 and 80k's a week, and that was hard, but my fitness like skyrocketed. I think I was noticing improvements like week after week on my times. I think it takes a little while for your fitness to embed. I think that's something that I've learned as well. There's a lot of people just do like a really high mileage week and then expect to be really fit the next week. Like if you run a 60km week, that's a lot for you. The next week you're not going to see the benefits of that 60km week, but if you stack the weeks in a month's time, you're going to be so much fitter and faster than you were originally. So keeping that forefront of training and keeping that in your mind while you're running. So I'm going to tuck into this deliciously colourful looking meal. You know, so many great colours out there in the world, and they seem to all be in my bowl. So I'm going to eat this, get on with work, and I'll see you later on. I'm probably going to eat something before I run as well, and hopefully it'll be a bit more exciting than this. So see you then. Yeah, it's a headband. I'm out of options. New room unlocked though. I'm in the garage because we're out of spaces. Yes, I'm wearing a headband. It's so dark outside that this is probably the only place we've got lighting. It's 5:15, so I'm going to head out for my run. I'm going to tell you about the run that I'm doing. It's a 15k mild progression run, so 9 miles of work, which is fun on a Thursday after work, after I've already been to the gym, worked for the afternoon, but this is the real fun. This is what I signed up for. So yeah, 15k of work, progression run. The whole thing is to obviously build up my paces as I go. So I want to negative split the entire run. I think negative splitting is probably the best way to run or race. That's how all my PBs have come from. Everything that I've ever done has come from ramping up the pressure and ramping up the paces as I've gone through. So you run with a bit of reserved energy, knowing that you can pick it up towards the end. It's just a mentally good thing to do, rather than go out and try and hold pace or go out hard from the gun, which you can do. I know some people that do that, but I like to personally negative split, and I think for the marathon that is such a big thing to be able to do as well, knowing that you can get to halfway and that you still have more to give, rather than getting to halfway thinking I'm never going to be able to cling on to this, I'm going to bonk at some point. So we're trying to get away from the bonk is essentially what I'm doing. So yeah, 15k, I'm going to pick it up through every kilometre ever so slightly, just a couple of seconds, but the slower I start out, the more I have to pick up, like the more room I have to pick up, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start out at absolute pedestrian pace and then hopefully finish off not a quick pace, but something relatively with pushing it ever so slightly. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel. That's the plan. 15k, a lot can change. But yeah, I have to wear a headband because my hat needs a wash. I can't put that back on my head. So kit, as I said, it's pretty dark outside, so I'm in my Puma shirt, which is just going to hopefully be bright as possible. And then everything else is dark. I'm in Hoka Bondi 9s. These are my go-to daily running shoe. I would recommend these shoes for anybody that's looking to get into running. Hoka Bondi 9s, probably my favourite daily trainer at the minute. And then sporting it with Coros on my watch because it's pretty reliable and has done me a solid so far. Yeah, this is what it's like outside, pretty dark. So that's why I went inside for the lighting. So yeah, bring you with me. 15k. Should be alright. Nothing crazy. See how it goes. Hello, I'm 6k in 35 minutes. Worked my way down from 6:20 to about 5:40, so it's good. Next few k's probably won't be as drastic as that, but feeling good. Got 9k left, so yeah, I'm going to be battling against the lights, getting dark, so I'll have a gel in about a k. A few hills coming up, so I'll probably slow down, but keep ticking over. See you in a bit. Okay, gone through the 10k in about 57 minutes, so picking it up. It's getting dark, final 5k. I'll give it a little bit and see what's in the tank. Pressing down. I think that last one was in like the 520s. There's a leaf in my face, and I've got to concentrate because it's getting dark, so see you in a bit. Alright, it's 15k wrapped up. No idea what I closed in. It was quick, started shifting towards the end. Speeding up, so
good progression. I think I managed to progress every single case. That was perfect. Felt really good in that run as well. Well fueled, well hydrated, drinking plenty of water through the day as well, but it's a bit dark, so I'm gonna get home, shower, change my clothes, and then have some dinner. So see you when it's time to refuel, because it's just as important. This next stage, get the protein in, get recovery, make sure I get back to as a rest and refuel state as efficiently as possible. So yeah, head home, see you back home. How many times can I say home in one clip? Insert counter now. Bye. Hello, bit of a random cut between clips. Apologies, I'm back in the gym car park. Didn't speak to the camera after my run yesterday because I had a family matter going on. Everything's under control, but didn't talk to the camera. For dinner, I had a stir fry if you're interested, so I made up on my lack of vegetables. But yeah, private matter, keep it off YouTube, keep it off cameras, but I think everything's okay and under control, so we're fine. But in the gym now, so I'm gonna hit legs. Today's my lower body session, so this is heavy gym content in this video, so apologies if you're not interested, but if you are, then good. As I mentioned, everything is sort of geared around being a bit of a faster, stronger runner. So on my plan today is some box squats, some single leg, split leg lunges, I guess is probably what they're called. I should know because I used to go to the gym quite a lot. Yeah, I'll include the full workout in the description as well if you're interested, but everything in the gym for legs is designed to be a bit of a better runner. So yeah, enough yap, gonna get in, make the most of my lunch break, see you in there. Okay, back from the gym, editing back this video. Thanks for watching so far in the video. I'm going to round off my training so far this week. So at the minute, I think I'm at 40k for the week. Track session Tuesday, a couple of easy runs. Long progression yesterday, or 15k progression run yesterday. 2 gym sessions in. So I'm feeling good. So far, so good this week's legs. I'm getting used to the volume and the mileage. I think it took me a couple of weeks to get used to that for the Copenhagen prep. And I'm definitely feeling that again now. So yeah, another weekend of long runs coming up. I think I'm going to do just a steady 5-mile run tonight, about 8-9k steady run tonight, and then I'll run again Saturday, Sunday. Sunday I'll do a longer run. If you want to see what my long runs are like, in fact I might actually record this as my next video. It's like my longer run sessions, a bit more marathon specific, because I find a lot of the stuff that I watch on YouTube anyway is people running like shooting for 220s or 230s, and I'm nowhere near that, and their workouts are completely unrealistic, like the paces they hit, although it is super interesting to see how they train, and obviously like that's what you'd aspire to be like. But from a realistic standpoint, I think there's a gap in the market for an average runner like me. So if you want to see what those look like, then I'll make that my next video. In fact, I might even record it and then just upload it anyway, so you have no choice. So yeah, thanks. But yeah, in terms of that, say balanced training with a 9 to 5, that's sort of how I do it. I'll not always work out twice in a day, but try and get you running when you can. Eat healthy, eat clean. I know I haven't really shown that many meals in this video, so apologies. I didn't really show how much I ate, which I would have liked to, but I'm editing this video back and I need to get it uploaded, so maybe I'll put a bit more emphasis on that. But essentially eat clean whole foods, and hopefully I give out a bit of advice in this video that proves useful. But essentially it's 9 weeks to Valencia Marathon. I don't know how global my channel is, but if you're doing it, then I'll see you there. Awesome. If not, then wish me some luck, I guess. You can follow me on Strava, Instagram, other links down in the description. So appreciate everybody that's follow me on there. And yeah, I think I'm a big, I said it earlier in the video, but thanks to everyone that's subscribed. I think it really puts it in perspective. When I go to a park run on a Saturday, my local park run gets about 320, 330 people. This channel has 100 more than that, and it's wild to imagine that many people are subscribed to the channel. So I think 400 people is crazy, and if you're one of them, thank you very much. If you're not, hit the button, subscribe. So yeah, Valencia Marathon coming soon, looking forward to it. Lots of work to be done. Shooting for that 3:10. Hopefully going to get a little bit faster. Some fun races coming up. Hopefully I'm going to do the Brighton 10k and a Chase the Moon in Battersea. Will actually be on my birthday. So yeah, if anyone's just doing them as well, I'll see you there. If I don't see you there, then I'm lucky. Or maybe lucky for you, because I'll be there and you'll be avoiding it. But anyway, I'll start enough rambling. I'm going to end the video. Stay active, stay healthy. All the best. See you soon.